How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And before we get started, I want to let you know about the private group. Whether you're an investor or you're a trader and you're looking to build wealth inside the stock market, then this group is for you. If you are interested, you can find the link down inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. Why did the invisible man turn down the job offer? Because he couldn't see himself doing it. Not too bad, right? But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which had a strong day inside of a choppy market. But I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. So the first thing we need to go over are 3 reasons why you should be bullish about OCGN. There's a lot of negative talk. I'm seeing it everywhere on the boards, but at the end of the day, the people who do have high conviction, they know these facts, and I'm going to be reminding them of these facts, all right? And then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We see that OCGN showed a lot of strength today, but we've done prior videos in the past. Are we on areas of support? Well, we're going to be finding out, and what do we need to look for so we can start to look bullish. And then when that is done, we'll take a look at the order flow distribution. Have institutions been loading up today on OCGN, especially on that dip that we had? Well, we're about to find out. And then when all of that is done, we're going to be jumping into the final thoughts. So let's get into it. So let's talk about 3 reasons why you should be bullish about OCGN, whether you are a shareholder or maybe you might be thinking about a position. So the first thing is they have a contract secured. We've been talking about OCGN for quite some time on this channel, and we said, hey, when they bring covaxin over, how are they going to go towards actually manufacturing it, getting it into the US and as well as into the Canadian markets? And you know what? They were able to answer that by solidifying a contract. And this is something that is great to know, because when we do get covaxin, at least we know we won't have any issues in regards to production. The second reason why you should be bullish as well, and it's part of the reasons why we started talking about the EUA. Yes, they didn't end up getting the EUA, but the FDA did say, well, you know what, go for the BLA. So what they're kind of just waiting on, this extends the deadlines. And it's part of the reasons why I'm kind of finding out why we haven't been getting a lot of updates. And the reason being is because everything has been extended out. So there's still a lot of time for them to get this deal done and for everything to get through. But you need to understand, they were talking about they want to have trials on US soil. So those trials need to be conducted, and that's going to be taking some time. So if you haven't been hearing anything, I want you to be aware of that. And I want you to really understand that. So just because they didn't get the EUA, it doesn't mean that all hope is lost. They still have the opportunity to bring covaxin into the United States. It's just that they're saying, well, you know what, we want you to follow these particular guidelines. And once you're able to do this, and we've already seen that covaxin is already effective, everything should be fine. And then the third thing that you need to understand, they already got commercialization rights. Why would they go through all of that effort with Bharat Biotech to say, well, you know what, we want to make sure we have the opportunity to take advantage of sales in the United States and as well as Canada? Why would they go through all that effort? And then also to give you guys a quick bonus for the 4th reason why you should be bullish, why would they go out there and make sure that they have the right management and expertise on their team to make sure that they have a successful launch? So taking everything that I just explained to you, OCGN has got a lot done. They've done everything that they have needed to do. I know it's very hard, especially if you're watching this stock every day. It makes it seem a lot longer because you're saying, man, I want to get some more updates. There's more things I need to know. And seeing it every day, of course, is going to contribute to that. But as an investor, you have to be patient. But for the most part, things are looking good. Yes, you're seeing a lot of FUD out there online, but again, the more they try to ramp this up, the more confident that you should feel. They're trying to get you out of your position. So now let's jump into the technical analysis. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $7.50, being up 4.75%. On the low, it tested $6.75. Then on the high, it tested $7.69. When we take a look how it's lining up with our indicators, we are using the 1-year daily chart. As we take a look at the RSI down below, it is around 46.80. So it is not in the overbought territory. It's kind of close in the middle, but it's not deep in the oversold territory either. Of course, on the trend lines, we have strength above the 200-day. We're also below the 100-day, and we're also below the 21-day EMA at $7.77. So for OCGN to start looking bullish again, we want to see it showing strength above the 21-day EMA. And it's done this not too long ago either, and that's why I'm fairly confident it should be able to get back there. Another thing we need to understand and why it's important to watch the technical analysis, especially if you have a position in OCGN. We talked about this 750 area of support already. So the fact that we actually closed there was something that was good to see. So if it decided to pull back even further, then I'd want to see $7 hold up as well. If $7 doesn't hold up, then we do know for a fact we do have some support at 675 and as well as 650. So taking everything into consideration, when it pulled back to 675 today, which was a clear area of support, you could have went in with a position, and if you were looking at a short-term trade or a swing trade, you could have ride the momentum up. So taking this into consideration, what am I looking forward to as far as this week progressing? Yes, I want to see OCGN stay above $7, and if the market starts to look good and we start seeing a better rotation going into penny stocks and as well as growth stocks, then I'm looking forward to seeing OCGN come back and reclaim this $8 area. But for the most part, we just got to deal with the volatility, and when you do see these dips, and if you believe in the long-term prospects for OCGN, it's an opportunity to add to your position or to average down. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So as you can see here on the inflow, we had 40, and on the outflow, we had 39. We had 1 on the large, 29 on the medium, and 10 on the small. For the outflow, we had 1 on the large, 30 on the medium, and as well as 9 on the small. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we've already covered the previous ones, but for July the 8th, we had 360.93. So yes, we did have some institutions that loaded up on some OCGN stock today. So this is something that was great to see. And I know for a fact they took advantage of that dip just like myself. I will be looking to add a bit more to my position, but hey, I'm looking out to make sure that I can get it on the pullbacks. There's no reason to buy high. Since we know that we have to wait and we need to have some patience, I don't mind even exercising that. So now let's get into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, when I took a look at the short interest on Fintel, it stood around 30%. So just a little bit above that to be exact. So yes, there is some short squeeze potential in OCGN, but we also do know short sellers are really trying to bring this price down. We also have to deal with the fact that we're getting a lot of FUD that is also coming into the media. You're seeing it on the Motley Fool. You also see it on Investor Place, everywhere saying, well, you know what, this is going to fail. This is not going to work out, blah, 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 blah. And what does this do? This creates fear. So I want you to understand why it's very important to make sure you have high conviction. When that dip occurred today, you had the opportunity to bring your average cost down just in case maybe you may have been at a high point, or you could have gotten into a position. And that's exactly why I took advantage of that. And if I see it get back into the $6 range again on some pullbacks, you already know I'm going to be taking advantage. Another thing I want you guys to understand as well, institutions are still continuing to buy shares. If institutions are not bullish, or if they don't believe in the prospects of covaxin actually getting into the United States and as well as Canada, or just being commercialized, then why would they be putting their money into this stock in general? Another thing to be aware of, we are seeing everywhere in the media right now in regards to the Delta variant. We need more vaccines, and I know that's going to be a big time concern over here in Canada where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to see what happens, and I'm going to continue to be patient, give you guys these videos so you're updated and you're in the know and you know what you are holding in regards to OCGN stock. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.